Dave. Answer.
Strider!
Oh my fucking god.
What?
What do you mean, what? We just got done talking and agreed it would be awesome if you didn't bother me for a while. You know, like while I guess I grieve over this brutally murdered rad family member or something.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
It was 5 seconds ago.
I think that was hours ago for me. I'm a little foggy in all our chronologistical shenanigans at this point. There's been so much crazy stuff going on here, I've lost track.
So you're officially going non-linear with me then? We're just forfeiting all rhyme or reason to this unmitigated clusterfuck, is that it?
Dave, your entire existence is non-linear. Don't be so melodramatic.
Whoops. Okay. In the future, I'll try not to pitch any sort of dramatics while brooding over the cadavers of slaughtered loved ones.
Did you love him, Dave?
No.
But he was your strange human man, Lucis. Who taught you to like cool things, like swords and puppets and moving really fast? How could you not?
Puppets aren't cool. They're shitty, small, fake people who haunt your dreams and grin like permanent assholes. I was making a joke about being all broken up about it. A guy can be sad and make jokes at the same time.
You are sad, but not broken up about it? I don't understand.
Exactly.
But you said you were grieving.
I said we agreed you'd leave me alone to grieve. I didn't say whether I'd actually would or actually am.
Well, are you?
I'm grieving to the max, like a widow on Dead Husband Island. Behind these chill as fuck shades, my face is having this crazy attack of the sads. My rue is fucking bananas, can't you tell?
No, I can't. You don't sound sincere, but it's so hard to tell what layer of irony removed from reality your flippant remarks are supposed to be. I'm betting you really are sad, no matter how hilarious and aloof you think you're being.
The truth is a mystery, tucked behind the pursed lips of a shitty riddler. They will be loosened only when presented with conundrous grandeur of rigid, insoluble puzzle cock.
Ugh, this makes no sense.
Sorry you're so flustered by the mere mention of glittering mythical crypto dick. It honestly makes me think you're not ready for the truth.
Dave, your perplexing euphemisms involve what I presume to be lewd and vaguely intriguing portions of human anatomy. I think are not as hilarious as you probably believe. And in any case, you may be amazed to learn I am not totally in the mood for your dumb, smart-ass hornswogglery. I have lots of my own problems here, and they're big, big problems. So why don't you just tell me what you're thinking for once?
It's pretty simple. Just thinking about how I'm gonna take this sword.
Yeah? I never really got why you wouldn't just pull it out.
That's the filthiest thing you've ever fucking said.
Huh? Forget it.
Pulling swords out of things isn't how I roll. I'm not John, remember?
I'm not following.
I'm not a hero. My bro was. John is. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, we all are. I am the hero of mind. You are the hero of time. That is who we were created to be.
Fine, it's a title we inherit as phlegm babies or whatever, but what have I done to earn it? Pretty much nothing but horsing around through time and swindling stupid alligators out of their life savings. If that sword's coming out of his chest, it's coming out clean. Taking it vertically means drawing more blood, but horizontally means a clean break. Check it.
No, don't.
Dave, break.
Pap, 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 pap. Leaping. Sprawling.
Dave, get up. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna lie my ass right down here for a while, looking slightly less cool than I make myself out to be ordinarily.
You must stand tall. Only a true hero could pull off such an acrobatic fucking pirouette off that handle.
That's basically what I just did, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what I'm doing here. I'm making a point of making every little thing take place what once was mentioned in passing, no matter how seemingly trivial or pointless. That's how all the best adventurers get strung together. You haven't heard me bleat like a goat for ironically humorous purposes yet, have you?
No.
That was something that was mentioned at some point by someone. I forgot when or why. Bet you're on goddamn pins and needles waiting for that, aren't you?
Are you about to bleat like an earth goat, Dave?
No, fuck that.
Then will you at least get up?
No, fuck you. Go away.
Ugh, why do I do this to myself?
What?
Subject myself to the moody nonsense of curmudgeonly, candy-blooded foul mouths.
I don't know. Why are you even talking to me anyway? Aside from the fact that several hours from now you apparently forgot. I forget I don't need consolation and ought to be left alone.
Maybe it just so happens that for once this isn't about you. Maybe I am the one who needs some help. Has that occurred to you, Mr. Cool Kid?
Oh.
Anyway, I remember now. Sorry, everyone went kind of shit-hive here, and I got bitten, I think. And I kind of forgot where I left off with you.
Bitten? What? Well, I remember where this all fits into the chronology. You with your bro here. This was just before you begged me to finally show you how to reach the god tier. So I did. And then you got so I did. And then you got mad at me. So you decided to go have do your own thing for a while. And since then, I've been up to my pointy little nubs in suspense, intrigue, and betrayal. That sure sounds like a dumb way to say a thing. Almost Egbertian and elegant stupidity. The T in Egbertian is soft, like shh. Why would I get mad at you? Oh, you'll see. Okay, but yeah, I guess it's about time you showed me what's up with my allegedly futile god tierification. How long ago was it that you did your coin flip thing? I don't even remember. I was getting sure you were just bullshitting me and had no intention of ever mentioning him again. Unfortunately, no. Maybe I should take the opportunity to apologize in advance. For what? I don't think it'll be constructive to go into it before it happens. Before what happens? You mean god tiering? Does something go wrong? Everything goes according to plan, and that is all I will say. Remember, this conversation is kind of not supposed to be about you. I know the idea is unprecedented. It's practically unthinkable. I know. But, I mean, okay, we can talk about your troll problems, but this is pretty important here. The god tier thing, and whether I can actually do it or not. It might be kind of hard to tell on account of me chilling face down on the pavement, but also because downplaying feelings is the chief rule of cool, but pretty pissed about this, which is weird. It's weird to feel mad? Are you too cool for that too? No, it's not weird to be mad, it's just weird it feels like I'm the only one who is. And the only one even contemplating taking Jack on, even among your group of irate gnashing shitheads. Hey! What? Actually, you're right. Turns out we really do have a lot of shitheads here. And also, as it happens, the worst one is the one who happens to be playing to take him on. Well, okay, but that'd be a bitchin' line to switch the subject to start talking about your complicated problems, but I kinda wasn't done. Fine, but for someone who just told me to fuck off, you are sure bending my ear suddenly. Okay, I mean, isn't that what heroes should be doing? Working to take down the big bad without a whole lot of this fucking grandiloquence and these huge sweeping plans that got nothing to do with fighting him? Like, always biding our time and tiptoeing around the unbeatable god boss? John's too nice to get mad. Rose spends all her time calculating, too focused on Machiavellian ploys of sabotage to try anything drastic. Jada's... I don't even know. Probably more a liability if she got it in her head to take him down. If anything, I'd bet she just needs protection. What are you saying here, Dave? In this conversation that is still being about you, I'm just wondering, when does somebody actually step up? Jack's got shit to pay for. If that is how you feel, then I think our two problems are not really very different. We are both presently concerned with justice. Yeah, I guess it's been on my mind. Maybe I'm supposed to be a hero and rise to the occasion because there seems to be this little persistent voice in my head nagging me about it, insisting someone's got to pay, and it's hard for me to disagree. Then it could mean one of two things, or both of the two things like it did for me. What things? It could mean that the agent presently influencing you is a conscience, or an exile. Or an exile. This is completely illegal. I'm pretty sure I don't even have an exile. I've never heard any voices or anything. Anyway, you don't need a voice in your head to tell you this shit's like so fucking illegal. Wait, why'd I just say that stupid thing I said? This atrocity cannot go unpunished. Throw whoever's responsible in the slammer. Slammer means jail, by the way. Dave, I did not realize you had such a passion for law enforcement. I must say this shocking development is coming dangerously close to giving me a case of the vapors. No, I mean, okay, that came out wrong. What were we talking about again? Bringing Jack to justice? Right. Someone has got to make him pay. Can't let him go unpunished. If I can figure out how to reach the god tier, maybe I can be the one who throws him in the slammer. The slammer? Yeah, slammer means jail. I know what the slammer means. Call it the slammer when you're extra. You call it the slammer when you're extra angry at crimes. Take a note of that important principle, because I'm deputizing you even though you're just a kid. Are you taking notes on this important principle? Jesus, get a fucking pen or some chalk or whatever. I think I'm following. You're going to find Jack and put him in jail. Wait, fuck. What? No. Dave, I know you're likely discombobulated with grief over your fallen man bro Lucis, but that is extremely silly and doesn't make any sense. I know it doesn't. I'm just saying, what am I even saying here? Shit. Which I think is forever, but only while I am away from my jurisdiction, which I think is forever. Bring the criminals to justice, young deputy. Each mutinous agent must pay for their crimes. I'm still not sure. You're talking about throwing Jack in the slammer and rambling about justice and telling me to get pens and such? Not that I'm complaining. Okay, forget the slammer stuff. That was stupid. It is about justice, though, and since no one else seems to give a shit about it, apparently it falls under my jurisdiction now. Not just going after Jack, but all the mutinous agents responsible for crimes. Agents? Holy shit, why do I care about that suddenly? Huh? Anyway, that's more shit that popped into my head just now, so, okay. I have other duties to attend to. Well, Noir's cronies are exploitable. Are you saying that you have a plan that involves targeting them? Not really, no. Anyway, it's not like being mad about this and hankering for justice is even the only irrational thing I'm currently hot and bothered about. I mean, I have other duties to attend to. Like what? I must explode this ridiculously illegal edifice. I've got to explode this ridiculously illegal edifice. Oh my god, what are these words I'm saying? You have to explode something? Never mind. Are you referring to your plan to blow up the green sun? Oh, yeah, that's got to be what I'm talking about. Probably? I need to shut up now. I'm sounding like an idiot and my head's starting to hurt. Why don't we talk about your thing now? What justice thing do you have to do? You mean it's actually my turn to talk? Yes. But I was beginning to forget my problem listening to your highly enjoyable befuddlement. Just please tell me your justice problem and make me stop saying stuff. Farewell. Farewell? What? No, I'm not. God damn it, I'm not leaving. Farewell's not even a thing I would even say. Jesus, what am I, a Victorian poet? You can show me a little respect and assume anytime I say something stupid, it just means I'm temporarily being inexplicably stupid. That's what a real friend would do. Okay, Dave. I will show some sensitivity and cast suspicion on the intellectual merit of everything you've ever said. Thank you. I will further demonstrate my friendship by dominating the rest of this conversation with lengthy accounts of my emotional tribulations, leaving no space for you to submit any amusing outbursts. That sounds fucking awesome. Quiet. Now where was I? Justice problems. Oh yes, of course. You see, our aims are not that dissimilar. Our pursuits of justice, I mean. But yours is motivated by anger in the heat of the moment, which is blinding you to the consequences of attempting something very foolish. You're far too cool to succumb to anything like that, which is why you will come to your senses shortly. My situation is a little more complicated. It's less personal, though once it was a grudge which propelled our rivalry, now its resolution has become a matter of practicality, if not professionalism. Businesslike. The way a true legislacerator conducts her prosecutions. Dave, did you know that centuries ago on my planet, legislacerators were not confined to stuffy court blocks arguing cases before his honorable tyranny? Oh shit, are you fucking serious? Yes, also shut up. I know you're sassing me due to my use of terms unfamiliar to humans, but it is true. They were deployed throughout the galaxy to apprehend criminals by any means necessary. No, I got it. They're like your alien death lawyers, who were sort of like bounty hunters in olden times. Pretty simple to decipher through context. I thought I told you to be quiet. I am monologuing here. Anyway, they would not rest until their suspect was in custody, one way or another. They would gather evidence over the course of the investigation, compiling a case to be presented at the trial, should one be held before the final submission of the guilty corpse to judicial authorities. Personal feelings and vendettas did not matter, nor did even the nature of the crime. Only justice did. They were selected for their cunning and martial prowess, and for their ability to understand the minds of their criminals. They sought. This is why the burden has to be mine, I think. I am the only one who knows how to handle her. As such, she is my responsibility. She? Shush! Okay, I can't even make literal and little interrogative quips to grease the wheels of your monologue. Oh, yeah, that's okay. In fact, very helpful. Who do you think? Spider Troll. You are correct. The spideriest one of them all. You decided to take her down then? I guess so. You don't sound too psyched about it. Well, I'm here talking to you about it instead of actually doing it, aren't I? Are you feeling guilty? Like second-guessing whether she deserves it? Not exactly. Hasn't she done enough terrible shit to warrant legislaceration? That's not a thing. But yes, the case against her is overwhelming. More than you could even know. She's completely out of control now. She's murdered at least one of my very good friends, and possibly several others. I'm not sure yet. The circumstances are a little fishy, but my investigation is ongoing. Additionally, I've discovered she is complicit in Jack's rise to power. When I first learned he came from your session, I mistakenly blamed you all, and took it out on a hapless Egbert. But if anyone is to pay for releasing that demon on both of our groups, it's her. Are you sure about that? Yes, and she knows I know. She's been taunting me, trying to stir up our old rivalry. That is what this whole John versus Dave thing has been about. There's no John versus Dave thing, though. I know, not really, it's just a game, but the game is serious business to her, like it was during our role-playing days.
And just like then, she's ruined everything by taking it too far. And in spite of all her past crimes, these are not even the most important reasons to stop her. She's decided to fight Jack herself, which is an extremely dangerous and stupid thing to do. Sound familiar, Dave? You gonna stop me too then? Hunt me down and lawyer viscerate me for my own good? No, I'll just let you try to reach the God tier and then decide for yourself. Are you saying that I won't make God tier or I won't be strong enough? If I do, objection. What? We are talking about you again. I motion that all Dave-centric testimony be stricken from the record. Lame. Motion overruled. The judge wants to see where this is going. No, he doesn't. You know perfectly well he doesn't give a shit. He'll clear this court block if he does not have order. He swears to Jesus. Okay, fine. We can keep obsessing over your fucked up kiss my sister if you want. It's not like that. Do you think she stands a chance against him? No. Then what's the big deal? Why not let her go and get her shit ruined by Jack and let justice happen that way? Because I am quite sure that if she goes to find him, it will tip him off to where we are in the Vale. I've seen it already. That is why this is no simple vendetta. Bringing her to justice is critical to our survival. So why don't you just go do it? Because I'm not sure if I can. You mean you can't beat her in a fight? No, it's not that. It's just that when the time comes, I'm not sure if I will be able to kill her. I thought trolls were all about gratuitous murderings. Yes, it's true. We're supposed to revel in bloodshed as we grow up, and she seems to be embracing her rite of passage with reckless abandon, as I would expect. Grabbing the bull by the horns, so to speak. It's a little intimidating, because I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, which I guess is normal. Are you asking me to reassure you about that? Because I seriously don't have a clue. It's okay, Dave. Still monologuing. I guess I'm not so much worried about not being ready as I am that I might not actually want to be ready. Maybe ever. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't understand. I thought you were insane kinds of apeshit over this macabre stuff, like being all cutesy about executions and smelling cherry blood and such things contrived to get a guy feeling vaguely uncomfortable. Was that all an act? It's not an act, it's just fun. I like fun, Dave. I also like games. Don't you like fun in games? Of course the fuck not. Liar. Didn't you say you've killed people before? There is a big difference between manipulating people to their doom with trickery and killing someone by your own hand. It's a bit like having to face your own death and discovering the difference between leaving the responsibility to someone else and doing the dirty work yourself. Maybe you'll understand someday. So, do you remember when Carcat was hassling John and Dave about not getting involved with the Scourge Sisters? He was right. It's gonna get someone hurt. Oops. Like I said, fantastic conversation. Everyone's correct. Everyone's correct. Everyone's being selfish. It's great. Okay, I'd like to help you out, but I don't know what advice I should be giving to a member of a murderous species who's gun-shy on going off to justice murder, a murder-happy murderer who's done lots of murders. It feels pretty weird and inappropriate for me to be the one to tell you to fuck yeah, go for it. She's got this huge murder with her name on it anyways, and it's cruising right at her comeuppance boulevard, so I don't know. Do you want me to tell you to be a better human or to be a better troll? I can't tell you what to advise me, chump ass. Maybe I'm not even looking for advice per se, but I just want to talk to someone about it. Alright, well, all I'll say is, maybe if you kill her, at least we can finally stop obsessing over her. Sign. Yeah, fair enough. Why don't you just do what you think you have to do, and I'll do the same. Speaking of which. Oh, right, you'll be bugging me about showing you how to reach the God tier soon. Prompted by this very conversation, I imagine. Who'd have thought? These time shenanigans completely blindsided us. They practically never even happen. I know. So I hang up now with future you and then start pestering present you about it, and that's how it works? Yes. And I make sure not to reference anything said here to keep it simple, except like in an offhand way that'll seem retroactively logical to your future self, i.e. you right now. If for no other reason than it'd be boring as hell to rehash it. That sounds about right, but what do I know? But what do I know? You're the time guy, after all. Luckily, I will not have to participate in these charades this time around. Does luck actually matter? What's up with the fucking Resident Evil door? Oh. End of year 2. Ooh. Remove disc 1. God. It's so weird when
games came on multiple discs. Insert disc 2. Oh, disc 2 is missing! Oh, shit. This is going to be a problem. Well, let's keep playing anyway. You have no idea what the hell this thing is, or why you would need another disc. You just capture log it and proceed. There's justice to be done, and you're running out of time. Terezi, proceed. Duh! You cannot control Terezi. How can you possibly expect to play this game when you've lost the game disc? All you can do is watch what she decides to do. Alright. You find a note stuck to the floor with Nepetta's claw. It appears to be addressed to you, written on a page torn from the journal of Vriska's ancestor. Her taunts are becoming increasingly flagrant. It also appears to be written in purple blood. She wouldn't dare harm sweet, precious Gamzee, would she? The thought is almost more than you can bear. You're going to throw the book at her. Terezi, read note. Oh. Very funny. Secret of Mana song font. We got Earthbound samples. We got fucking a shot from Final Fantasy VI. Very nice. Terezi. God damn. You cannot wake up because you were not actually asleep. You were just taking a breather in this nice cozy pile of horrifically mutilated scalemates, which were gathered here to break your fall for some reason. You wonder where you are. This is a fancy looking room. It doesn't look like a place where you would expect to find on the meteor, at least not in any strictly canonical capacity. Terezi, examine surroundings. This dapper kiwi-suited gentleman is quite familiar. You're almost positive he made an appearance in that very crowded dream you had recently. Where did he go? Something in this room smells funny. And fast. Terezi, climb stairs. You cannot ascend. The staircase is suffering from a catastrophic horn clog. Terezi, exit door. The door is locked. You'll either need a key or to break it down with force. You need to achieve an especially heightened state of determination to pull that off, though. You've been completely hornswoggled. This whole thing was a setup from the start, a trap deployed by a cunning mastermind. All of the clues are adding up. The blood, the note, the flagrant displays of tricksterism and japery. The identity of the puppet master behind all of this is now painfully obvious to you. Spider Troll. Doof. Terezi, play records. Troll Cops? You select appropriate crime-solving music to set the right mood, which, with this kind of atmosphere, it's highly unlikely that any crime will stay unsolved for very long. Terezi, remove Midnight Crew record. Doop. No, this vaudevillian cornball nonsense will not do. The mood is just not right for figuring out crimes. You put the record back in its sleeve. Examine cover. Hey, it's Eddie Morton. Who's this douchebag? Oh, an actual recording of the actual record being played. That's pretty cool. Before you can make heads or tails of who exactly this douchebag is, something rolls out of the sleeve. It appears to be a very small record. It's so small. What's such a small record doing in this great big sleeve? You got Homestuck, Disc 2. You cannot get over how tiny this record is. It's adorable. You wonder what sort of music it plays. No, Terezi, don't play that. Gamzee, what have you done? Terezi, play tiny record. Predictably, you scratch the surface of this disc. What were you expecting? It's almost like you don't even know what a CD is. With the disk damaged, who knows what sort of effects it will have on the data. Better store it somewhere safe to prevent any more mishaps. Terezi, capture log disk. It should be perfectly safe from any similar kinds of damage while secured in your scratch and sniff modus. Terezi, examine chests. You spent way too much time calibrating the ambiance of your investigation and not nearly enough time investigating. It's one of the most common pitfalls to being an investigator, aside from literal pitfalls which you actually fall into. There are 2 chests in the secret room. Nothing out of the ordinary. Chests are everywhere in this lab, and people find it all too tempting to sneak their personal belongings into them for safekeeping. That is, until the goods are stolen shortly thereafter by those who can't resist looting every chest they encounter, which is everybody. Maybe these contain clues? Terezi, open chest. You got your neophyte red glare role-playing outfit. What is this doing in here? You've not worn it since your flarping days. The only part of it you kept on hand was the stylish pair of glasses, which, of course, since the incident, has managed to become a regular accessory. But you cannot imagine how someone could have gotten their hands on the rest of it. Surely a crafty and resourceful criminal is at work. Spider troll, spider troll, spider troll. Terezi, wear the suit. You don the garb of the legendary Legis Lacerator. It brings back memories of many successful fantasy prosecutions, resulting in the real executions of rival players. Those were the days. Terezi, open other chest. You got your Pyrospite plush! Pyrospite was your Scalemate sidekick during your campaigns. He was the model of loyalty, friendship, and righteous retribution, more than could be said for any another partner in justice. There is no doubt about it anymore. She's clearly baiting you into confrontation. Wait, you mean baiting? Terezi, hug Pyrospite. You embrace your old friend, releasing a mighty and majestic squeak. It's been too long, old friend. You vow never to let him out of your sight again. Oh shit. Honk. God. My ex made a Pyrospite plush with a squeak toy hidden in it. It's one of her greatest knitting projects. Or sewing projects. This puppet's becoming a nuisance. It appears to exhibit the same incredible puppet fastness properties which Dave's had. Must be some form of universal puppet enchantment. It could possibly be the same one because it can't possibly be the same one because that would just be insane. Where did Pyrospite go? Terezi, look up. There he is. Well, how'd he get all the way up there? He's always been quite the slippery scallywag. Maybe he was reminding you to check out the note? You almost forgot he's up there. What with all your furious investigating, most of which has involved fooling around with records, hugging plush toys, and cosplaying as a childhood heroine. Terezi, read it. Just as you thought. It's a message from Vriska summoning you to do battle. It's written in Gamzee's rich, jelly-smelling blood, but it's her handwriting for sure. Her quirk is present, leaving the matter undebatable. But why the hell does she want you to bring the stupid puppet along? She's so weird. There's a journal entry in the back. It probably isn't the slightest bit relevant to the current situation, but you guess it couldn't hurt to read it anyway. Terezi, examine journal entry. I suppose I'll have to get used to writing with this hand instead. I now do so in captivity, while I bring my awe to bear on the immensity of the subjugator's hijinks. I took their gesture as plain avowal of my prosecution's futility. With a lone neophyte assigned to the task, how could I view it otherwise? I was sure they'd drawn from the bottom of their deck, not intending to squander more competent mercenaries on one who'd made a show of outclassing them all before, but I discovered too late that Red Glare was their wild card all along. How is one allowed to be raised by a dragon in this era, let alone one of such middling blood? The sickly hue of a gutless civil servant, those of her caste are typically pleased to mount a sluggish collar bearer or some brainless squawking spleen fowl during petty expeditions to plaster seizure notices on gambling and property. By what fluke was this woman granted such a weapon, permitting her to luxuriate in these delusions of righteousness? Someone blocked the light of the unbitten moon, treating the harbor to darkness more grim than what fell this season's apogee. I made the mistake of looking into its eyes, each like a sun concentrated into a small jewel. As two hot garnets searing through a black veil, I shut mine quickly, but the more sensitive of them was burned irreparably. When I regained sight to the other, there was only red. My fleet was in flames. The neophyte was on deck. Pyrospite, she mentioned through her ridiculous forced grin. She wanted me to know the name of the beast which was able to consume my Lucis whole.
My dice were in the hold below, not that my present luck would consent to a favorable roll anyway. I made a move for my blade, and she took my arm, which I'm sure she kept as the tiniest of snacks for her ostentatious custodian. Maybe she meant to prove that she wouldn't need me in irons to have my submission, bound, or free. 2, 1, or none. I wonder how well she knows it's not what I do with my arms she has to fear. I await my trial. Homestuck. Disc 2. Oh no. I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Clever. Very clever. Sis, roof, now. Bring the puppet. Acrobatic fucking pirouette. God, I love that look of Mindfang looking at watching the dragon attack, just like, you ever realize you made a mistake? You ever realize that you fucked up? Oh, but it's too late now. All right.